All right, everybody, we are back for our IG. We need a name for this.
You don't need a name.
We really need a name. We should
Well, I
probably
know we have like a few people that actually come on here and listen to these during their cardio and stuff. And if you're one of those people, don't be too shy to drop a name below.
Yeah, we really do need a name, bro. We do it so consistent for like 2 years now. We definitely need a name.
It's been a while, yeah.
And then
It's a
and
good
then I can
excuse. It's just a good excuse to chop it up, you know?
it is, bro. We definitely need a name. I don't know. We got to come up with one.
Yeah. Hmm.
We should put three that we like and then have a vote on it on Instagram.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. All right. So, see, what do you got? You want to kick it off?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay. Do you think tattoos cancel out muscle definition?
I mean, I think depending like location and obviously like size, like this is not canceling any muscle definition out. Forearms not canceling any muscle definition out. I would be even more inclined to say like, when people have like their whole arm and shoulder tattooed, like sure, like when it's especially when it's like dark coloring and shading,
All
like
right.
somebody has their whole back tattooed, their chest, to a certain extent, it's going to, you know what I mean? But I I don't think it's judged against as harshly as it used to be.
Yeah, I agree.
There's some crazy physiques, dude, where like the guys have their whole chest and shoulders tattooed and they still win because they just look nasty. You know what I mean? They have crazy physiques.
Yeah.
Uh, where like short seeing five chest striations doesn't matter because everything else is just crazy looking.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
agree. I think the worst area is the quad. I think if you
Oh
cover
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
quad or
Yep.
get like a leg sleeve or something like that, that I think completely washes out like everything in the
Yeah,
leg.
yep. I agree.
Yeah, if you're serious about wanting to do something with this, I would at least avoid covering your quads entirely.
Yeah, I agree
Make that
100%.
sacrifice.
100%. Or when you're done competing and you know you are, then fucking get that shit done.
Right. Does fasted cardio work better?
Does what?
Fasted cardio work better?
Yeah, I mean, I know there's studies and stuff, and some people will say no and not. Like at the end of the day, like if you can't do it and you're trying to prep for a show, like get that shit in. Like if it's at night, post workout, just get it in. It's obviously better than nothing. But I would say that if I had the choice, I would have somebody do it fasted.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
If you can fit it in your schedule, I definitely would recommend it. And again, I don't need science to tell me that it works better just because I've seen it enough. But also just think for a minute, right? It's like let's say you have your last meal at 8 p.m. and it's a small amount of food, right? You're in prep, whatever. It's 50 grams of protein, maybe 30 grams of carbs, and 8 grams of fat, right? You're obviously gonna rip through that while you're sleeping, and you're gonna sleep for 8 hours. You're gonna wake up and you're going to be starving and you're going to have nothing in your stomach. Your blood glucose is going to be low.
Mhm.
Like, what's your body going to use? If you don't have any real glycogen left in your body, it's going to start working on using your body fat, right? Like, it's not like, I don't know. It doesn't seem that, it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. I don't really need a whole spiel to tell me
Yep.
otherwise.
I agree. Yep.
But yeah, to your point, there are studies out there that do show it is more effective for fat oxidation, level your blood glucose level throughout the day after performing it fasted like that,
Yep.
things like this. So there's definitely benefit to it, but I wouldn't, if you already have an early schedule, you're somebody that has to train at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning because your life, your work schedule, your
Right.
children, whatever, your obligations. I would not recommend waking up earlier for fasted by any means.
Yep. Yep. Well, I agree.
Okay, is it still fasted cardio if I drink a zero sugar energy drink? Yes, that's still fasted cardio.
Yes.
Yeah, you just don't
Yeah.
want to get
Like,
calories in really. Like I would encourage you to get in, a liter of water before you jump in your fasted. And if part of that is an energy drink, that's fine with me. I just want you to get a liter of water in.
yeah, I agree.
Sweet or salty, and what specifically? Oh, good question.
Say it again. Sweet or salty?
Yeah, and what specifically?
Oh my God. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know, man. Like I do like a good soft pretzel, like a fresh, good salty
Hmm.
soft pretzel. It's like I would say like that. Um, God, I don't know. It's sweet. I don't know, I'm not like too big on sweets, but like some mint chocolate chip ice cream. Fuck that up.
Yeah.
I I would
Remember
say like for
remember we
salty,
got those
good question.
shakes? Remember we got those shakes in
Yeah, it was
Chattanooga?
the only fucking place that was open, bro. There was like not even a
Yeah.
McDonald's in the whole town. Like that's
Yeah,
how you
that's
know it's
funny.
all fucked up, dude. You know what I mean? Like fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, like I was like, there's no Dunkin', there's no McDonald's, like there was nothing there. It was just that place, and they were good.
They were really good. Yeah, I remember
Crazy.
that. All right, for me, all right. Sweet or salty, and what specifically? Fuck, I don't know. I'm really not. I'm like at a point where I'm not really thinking about food. I'm just thinking about my next meal, you know?
Yeah.
And if I were to actually think of that, what I would prefer right now is sweet. I have this one meal where it's 100 grams cream of rice, and I get 200 grams Greek yogurt and a scoop of whey in it. And I put the scoop of the cookies and cream NutriBio in it, and I fucking douse it in cinnamon.
Sounds
And the
good.
flavor of the yogurt with the cookies and cream whey and the cinnamon is like, and the consistency is like amazing because of the Greek yogurt and combining with the protein.
So you
And
put the Greek yogurt
I
in the
bet you if
cream
you
rice.
froze it, it would be like a fucking cheesecake. It would be amazing.
So you put the Greek yogurt in the cream of rice with the whey.
No, I do. I have the cream of rice by itself. I get 25 grams of peanut butter in that.
Okay.
So I have that separately.
Sounds good as shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to mix the Greek yogurt and the cream of rice. I don't think it would be good.
Yeah.
I feel like the consistency would be weird.
Sam said that Instagram's not loading anything now.
Instagram broke.
It's broken. Probably a server thing. Fucking weird.
All right. Next one. If Diet Coke didn't exist, what would you drink?
God, water.
Nothing.
Wouldn't
It'd be
be,
dead.
yeah, wouldn't be fucking Pepsi, tell you that much.
No, actually, what Pepsi I do like is the Diet Cherry Pepsi. It's actually mad good.
Yeah, like cherry, okay, I could get away with that, but like the normal Diet Pepsi, fuck
It's
that.
not good. It is
Oh,
not
it's
good.
not. It's like fucking sweet. It's weird. It's like
It's a
it
weird flavor for sure.
doesn't taste like soda, you know? Like it just doesn't
Well,
taste.
I will drink it if a restaurant only has it,
Of
but I'm
course.
like super disappointed when it's.
Yeah, I can't. I complain about it.
Yeah, like, what are we doing here, guys? You don't have the gold standard.
I forget where we were a few weeks ago, but I said something like, "Wait, you really don't have Coke?" The lady's like, "I know. I don't drink Pepsi either." Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like, "This shit sucks. Like,
yes.
it fucking sucks."
Oh shit! Hold up, I lost it. Least favorite protein source: chicken breast.
I was just about to say, yeah, chicken breast for sure, man.
Yeah.
I like burp that shit the fuck up. I don't know what it is.
Least
Terrible.
favorite part of prep.
I would say probably when like my sleep gets starts getting fucked up because then my anxiety starts getting fucked up.
Or-
Well, no, we're recording for a little.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, it's all right.
Sam, Instagram's broken.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it was. I mean, I would try maybe again.
We're not
Yeah.
gonna. He doesn't have that much time anyway. We're not gonna hop
Right.
in there. Oh, excuse me. Seriously. Yeah. Least favorite part of prep.
So say when my sleep starts to get shitty, and then my anxiety starts to get shittier because of that, I fucking can't stand it.
All right, my least favorite part of prep. Uh, my I think my drive shuts off a lot of emotion is the worst part for me. I have a lot of
Yeah.
demands between, my family and coaching and, just the normal bullshit of life. And when you're fucking exhausted and you're working your ass off and you're like 5% body fat, in order for me to execute as best as I possibly can, I have to put everything into those things. And like, I'm just kind of here. I feel bad, but it's what I have to do to execute, and I
Yeah.
execute extremely well when I'm like that.
Yep. What else we got?
How did you and Steve meet? How did you start coaching together?
We met 2012.
Yeah, on my same
Yeah.
Facebook group for bodybuilding.
Yeah, it was just great. Was it geared up, right?
I think it was geared up, yeah.
It was geared up. Uh, who was the guy that ran that? Adam something.
Adam McVeigh.
Adam McVeigh. Yeah. So yeah, we met on there and then we would just like chat and text and call each other from fucking GNC and whatnot. Um, and then Matt just reached out to me in what 2019, right? 2021.
Yeah, and we're skipping a whole part, right? Because like we had met a couple of times at shows
Right,
back
right,
in the
right.
day, but when he worked at like the slowest vitamin shop in the fucking like his area, and I worked at the slowest GNC in my area, so we were just talking on the phone all the time. But anyway, fast forward, lives kind of went on. We stayed following each other always on social media, but I had gotten away from bodybuilding. I got back into it in 2021, and I gotten to a point where like I was pretty fucking in good shape, but I wanted to keep going. So I hired Steve because I saw he was doing good with his coaching that he had started maybe like a year or so, two, maybe a year or two prior. I don't remember at the time, but I saw he was doing good with his athletes, and I saw he had just done Junior USA and he fucking looked incredible. So I'm like, he walks the walk. He's got really good athletes. I remember, we're buddies from back in the day. I'm gonna hire him. And we worked. He coached me for 3 years, and when I started coaching, it was kind of getting to the point where like my business was growing to the point where like I started to have to implement like actual back end systems. Like it was just a little passion project I was doing on the side that started growing into something that I needed to, get a company for and start paying taxes on, right? And Steve had a lot of those back end like legal things and stuff where like all we simply had to do was sign some contract stating that I'm like affiliated with him and everything, all that back end stuff pretty much applies. Not only that, but Steve was looking to bring a coach on the team just because the demand was growing. So I was just like, yo, like it's perfect timing. Why
This
don't I just
makes
come
sense.
work with you? Yeah. And he was like, yeah, of course. So that's kind of how it started. And now it's, we've
Going.
just blown up since then. I mean, both in like our ability to execute as a coach and some of the athletes that not that we've just like got and then made them like polished on stage. It's like we've got a lot of people who are like either lifestyle or frankly like shitty bodybuilders or like people who were thinking about bodybuilding, and we've made them into these like crazy fucking good athletes that are now battling like minus one spot of their pro card, winning overalls consistently. Like it's
Yeah.
been a pretty fucking long journey.
It's cool though, man. It's just, and I think too, most important thing is it's all organic.
Yeah, yeah,
It's been
dude.
super
No fucking
organic, man.
schemes.
Yeah, even just from the start, bro, it's just been organic. Like even from when we first met in 2012, it's just been organic. It's just
Yeah.
it's really cool. Because not many people that are as close as us or have the friendship and the relationship we do can say shit like that. It's like it's really cool. Really, really cool.
100%, man.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't want to like do business. It's funny, like they're always like, "Oh, don't do business with your friends." It's like I don't have to worry about that with Steve. Like, what the fuck?
yeah, like
The
there's
fuck
no
would I do? What the fuck would he
yeah,
do?
bro. I mean,
We're just both going up is all we're doing.
we got what 4 overalls in the last 2 weeks.
Right,
Two
exactly.
weeks.
Like
Yeah, bro.
it
Just
doesn't happen on accident. And like good shows too.
fuck
Atlantic,
no.
Atlantic States, Garden States, Junior Nationals,
South
South
Jersey.
Jersey,
Yeah.
right?
Hopefully we get some pro cards here in a week and a half.
Right. Yeah, we got
It's very,
what,
very possible.
9 attempts between us?
I think uh
10?
Brandon, Matt, David, Jackie, Scott, Janine,
10?
Matt, right? Austin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh
Uh, Petra,
Petra, it's 9. Anyone else doing it?
Pete,
And Pete, yeah, 10.
yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
that I think that 5 of them could do it.
yeah,
Maybe
I
more.
I think they could all do it. I
Yeah,
think
bro, it's
there are like
crazy.
objectively there are people not only in prior placements like Brandon, David, um, Matt who've been -1, -2 their pro card already. Like you can't deny the fact that like they're right there, right? So
They've
whereas
gotten better.
everybody can absolutely win their pro card, they're right there, like they're gonna get their pro cards. You know what I mean? Like they've had another year of improvement to
Yeah.
add on top of it. Obviously, we can never control who shows up. We don't know what the judges' flavor of the week is going to be. We don't know who the judges might swap in and out during that class.
You don't know. Yeah.
But that's just the objective truth, right?
Yeah. They're all going to have a good shot.
Yep.
And that I can bank on.
Yep.
There's nobody, there's none of those 10 names within where their division or their class is going to be that are gonna not at least have a good shot, in my opinion. I mean, and Jackie's going up to women's physique.
Cool.
Yeah, so we'll see, bro. I mean, it's crazy to me. It's the fucking just out on whim it happens. Um,
Is this going to be the first women's physique athlete you've can
yeah,
coach?
I mean, I'm more so like looking forward to like at least having her training structured to that, and then like a full prep like that, right?
Yeah, totally.
But like it's just like happened on a whim, so like her training hasn't been like that or
I
nothing,
mean, not necessarily a whim. It was really just judges' feedback. Like, I'm
It
doing
was literally and like what the head judge said, like he was like, you need to take this as a compliment. Like I wish I could tell everybody that comes up to me, hey, you have too much fucking muscle. If you're going to stay in the division you want to stay in and you've been competing in, you are losing because you are better. You're too big. You have too
it.
much
Yeah.
muscle. It's like, which is like, fuck, I wish they told me that.
Right, yeah. Imagine Weinberger came up to me and said, "You're too big for Classic. You need to take
Yeah,
2 years
dude,
over to
like
open." I'd be
you'll
like, "Oh my God, dude, my
yeah, that's what I
heart."
mean. It's like a compliment.
Yeah.
And that's what like he told her. He's like, this is a compliment, like
Yeah, dude.
because of like your ability to build muscle. Like, and he told her, he was like, just go in the gym now and just fucking have fun training your legs. Like they could get bigger now. Like
Right.
just
Yeah.
show up peeled. He said, that's all.
Yeah.
So like I mean, a lot of people wish. And then like he was like, you see that bikini girl that came to me? He was like, I told her she wasn't even ready for a fit model yet because she needs to grow into that. And he was like, "Do you don't want me to tell you that?" She's like, "No, no, no." He's like, "You're too big." Like,
Right. Yeah.
so, but yeah, they're all gonna be in good shots, good places, man. They'll all be peaked, obviously. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's exciting. I got a question about Brandon too, actually.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, what else you got?
Oh wait, no, I got more. Why did you get into coaching?
For me, I was in just like a really not an enjoyable job, and I wanted to like start help. I was starting to get asked by people to like help them and this and that. And I'm like, I just don't do that. Like, coaching was like to the capacity is now was like on the jump, on the rise a little bit in 2019. And then I remember I tore my bicep I was like 7 weeks out in 2019. And I was like, you know what? Now's a perfect chance. Let me reach out. Let me get a logo created. Like, let me just like start like putting on Instagram and Facebook that like I'm gonna start taking like 5 people on. And I did, and it kind of just like went from there. That's as simple as it was.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. It's just like, we want to help people. We love the sport. I mean, it's fun.
yep.
To coach to this capacity, you have to really enjoy it. Like,
Yeah. If not, you're not going to really put your best foot forward at all.
no, no, not even fucking close. Not
Yeah.
even close.
Like, I'll tell you how easy it would be to just fucking like fuck off. Like,
Oh
like
yeah.
how many coaches, how many plans and shit do we get that it's like so obvious that, oh yeah, you haven't had any changes in the past 12 weeks and it's, prep and this and that, whatever, shit like that.
Yeah.
Like we seriously sit there and analyze everything and we make
Yeah,
decisions. Like it's not like we use our brains very hard to pay very close attention to detail. And
yeah,
their peak with us, it's like I mean we're up your ass, literally. Like
yeah.
it's
Yeah, it's
we're probably the day before the show we're probably annoying.
yeah. Honestly, probably.
Yeah, it's like, hey, did you pee? Did you have bowel movement?
Yeah, it's true. You're right. I'm laughing.
Any dehydration side effects?
You're
Like
so. It's so true,
you
though.
know, all right,
Yeah,
check in 90 minutes after your meal.
it's a lot, dude. Like people that like want to get into the sport, I don't think they realize either like what goes into doing it at a high clip.
Mhm. You know, it's funny. I was told that this girl was looking for a coach, bikini competitor, and somebody suggested me to her. And the reason she didn't inquire was that she seemed like I was, what was the word that she used? Intimidating because of like how intense it seems. Like, I don't know. But like, I kind of took it as a compliment because it's like, honestly, yeah, it is kind of intense when you work with me, especially if you're going through a prep. Like it is going to be that peak week is going to be very intensive, you know, like you got to pay
Yeah, of
attention to every
course,
little
bro. You
fucking
gotta.
detail.
Well, it's also too like, do you want somebody that's doing their job halfway, or like, do you want somebody who's going to be like over the top on detail and like on
Right.
your ass?
No, because how many times do you hear, oh yeah, my last coach gave me a whole diet for peak week in the beginning of the week?
Yeah, that's like that like pisses me off.
Yeah, it's not how you you can't peak somebody. How do you like you got to make decisions on how they look every day.
Bro, people are just lazy. That's the true sign of like somebody who's just like doing it to make extra money and has not a fucking clue what they're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? That there's no greater evidence than that.
Yeah.
Fucking joke.
So yeah, why did I get into coaching? Good question. I mean, I did it a little bit back in the day, like 2012, 13, 14, handful of people. I put like one or two people on stage actually. But you know, I was just so obsessed with bodybuilding at that point and loved it so much and always had a natural talent for it that I wanted to coach, right? Like I felt like I had the capacity to it. I had an eye for it. And I didn't have resources there to help me. I wasn't just doing it blind, you know. Fast forward after I got out of the bodybuilding world and I came back, once I got into it, um, you know, why I wanted to do it is it's funny, you know, when I got back into it, I had already like had established my life. I had a good career, I had a family, a house, all that. And a lot of my peers like learned this about me because it's a small community. We all a bunch of people on Steve's team at the time. I think he had like 13 or 14 people compete that year, and we had all met a couple of times for like posing clinics and stuff. So we all knew each other, we all knew our situations, and people always kind of treated me with a little bit more respect. Like I don't know, they kind of almost treated me like I was a dad or something like that, you know. And I think it's just because I'm kind of established, and I guess part of how I just represent myself because of my professional background. I had always mentored people in my professional background before I got into coaching full time, right? I was always helping people with their deals. Oftentimes that just went into life situations I was helping them with. And I love doing it. It gives me a lot of gratification to see people succeed because you know you're helping guide them there, right? I wanted to be able to do the same thing with coaching, and I had a lot of background information just through years of being in bodybuilding, and I always followed it even when I wasn't bodybuilding. And I just have an affinity to learn things quickly and lead. So I was like, let me do this. And what started as a passion project of three free clients turned into, you know, my full-time career 3 years later, which is fucking bananas to me when I think about it. And I'm grateful for it.
It is pretty crazy, man.
Bananas, dude.
Yeah, nuts. All good stuff though.
Yeah. What separates clients who succeed versus the ones who struggle regardless of genetics?
How well they listen, execute.
Yeah.
And I mean, it does. Yeah, I mean, how much more simple, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. On top of that, the only other thing is just like how bad do they actually want it?
Yeah, it's exactly, bro. It's how well do you execute? And I'm not talking like on like when you're sick and shit. I'm talking like on the other 99% of the time. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
do you hit
Yeah,
your
man.
meals? Do you work out intense? Do you skip workouts? Are you hitting your cardio? Like, are you missing shots?
Right. So you can give me like a 40-year-old guy who's 50% body fat. If he has like the pure desire and 100% commitment to make it happen no matter what, if you give me that guy and give me like 6 months with him, he'll have more progress than somebody who like has
100%.
decent enough genetics and some good muscle on them. That half-asses everything. You know, they drink on the weekends, they miss meals every day,
Yep.
skip workouts. Like that dude in 6 months will fucking his progress will blow that dude's out of the water.
100%. Without questions.
Yeah.
Without question.
Yeah, man, looking back at some of our lifestyle clients, it's like crazy what a committed person will do.
100%. It's, yeah, I mean, and then some of them have competed
Yeah, plenty of them.
and looked pretty good and looked
Fucking A, dude.
in good shape, man. Yeah.
Zombie apocalypse. Who's dying first, Steve or Matt?
Oh, fuck it. Oh, Jesus.
Um,
That's a great question.
I'm thinking like proximity, like location wise.
Oh, I'm fucked.
I think you're going down first, dude.
Yeah, I'm fucked, bro. The
'Cause
ocean.
my plan is I'm stealing a boat and I'm going to Maine or something, and
Yes, yeah.
I'm gonna go live up in the woods and like somewhere in Maine.
Yeah, I don't have that option.
Yeah,
I could go live with the Jersey
I'm
Devil.
sorry. I don't think you're making it to Long Island if there's a zombie apocalypse.
No,
I
fuck
don't
no.
think you're getting over the George Washington or anything like that.
No, the George Washington Bridge will probably be like burned the fuck down, bro.
Yeah, it would be fucking
Dude, I'm gonna have to
catastrophe.
AI a fucking zombie scene now for us.
It's gonna tell you to go to Maine. I promise you, it's gonna tell you to go to Maine.
Just how I can't even get there. There'd be no way. The zombies would
Yeah.
just take over all of North Jersey.
I don't know. I had this thought in my head. If zombies were real, they're corpses, right? There's no way they're moving quick. There's no
No,
world where
they
like,
move slow. They move
yeah,
slow.
but dude, like, I feel like I would do all right for a while.
Yeah, I think the only way you die is if it's just like a lot, like thousands of them.
Right, and you're just surrounded and you're
And
fucked.
you have no fucking choice. You're just
I
fucked. They
know.
just start devouring your
Dude,
body.
I'm definitely,
Oh, yeah, dude, for sure, bro. It's just like,
I'm not getting eaten alive, bro.
no, and you have to be like up high too with them. Like if you're like trying to get away from them, you got to stay up high because they can't climb or anything. They can't like go up steps. So you just got
All
to
right,
fuck. They're only on ground level. So like
all right.
that's why I'm like Dawn of the Dead. They were on top of the mall and they were okay
That's the
until
best one, dude. That's the best zombie movie.
so good, dude.
Love
It's
it.
so fucking good. It's so good. And I think that was like from 2002.
It was old, bro. I watched it when I was in like fourth grade. It was not something I should have watched. It scared the fucking shit out of me. But I loved it though. Like I liked the adrenaline, you know.
That was like the 2004 Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Jessica Biel.
Bro, that movie I think scared me more than any movie when I was a kid.
Crazy. I tell
That
you what.
or that one, the reason it scared me so much is that the fucking guy was real. Like I was like,
Yeah,
this guy, like the dude is this crazy? Like there's no way.
he's nuts, bro. I have him. I got him up top here somewhere.
Yeah, remember your
I got
little thing
like
with the big
three.
head.
I got like three of them, dude. They're like
Yeah,
different
bro.
months. It's fucking
That's
crazy.
freaks me the fuck out. So that and the other movie that scared the fucking shit out of me when I was a kid, Signs.
Oh
You know that
yeah,
movie?
dude. With
Dude,
Mel
I was
Gibson.
at yeah, bro, I was at my friend John Pagano's house. He's my best friend growing up. We watched that movie. We're in third grade, dude. Oh my God. I remember the scene when we saw the alien. We both freaked the fuck
Bro,
out,
that
man.
movie was
I
nuts.
couldn't sleep for like 2 days.
Bro, that movie was crazy. Actually, it was a great movie,
Fucking fantastic, dude.
but
Fantastic
crazy.
movie. But I think, dude, most movies with Mel Gibson is going to be for me. Mel Gibson's, I mean, Braveheart's my favorite movie ever, forever will be.
He is a phenomenal actor.
Yeah, dude, he's so good. The Patriot is fucking insane.
Insane, insane. I like Jake Gyllenhaal, man. I think he's a great actor.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he's on Mel Gibson level though.
No, 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 no. I think like more like the last 10 years, like modern day, man. Like when you saw the movie Prisoners.
No.
Oh, dude, that movie. That's like an Oscar worthy movie. Like you have to watch it.
Where can I watch it?
I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up. But he's in it. Paul Dano's in it. Um, it was a fucking Paul Dano played the Riddler in the new Batman.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman's in it, bro. The movie was, dude, it has a literally a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. You can watch it on YouTube TV for $3
Oh, okay.
or Amazon Prime for $4. It's so good, dude. That was a phenomenal. Like that movie will like keep you on the edge of your seat.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, bro, it's
I
really
forget
good.
what movies that he was in. I remember that movie with the storm, like the ice age is happening or
The
something.
Perfect Storm.
No, it wasn't
The
that,
Day
was it?
After Tomorrow.
That one, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I don't really remember a lot from him though.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
He was in Prisoners. Um, he was in Brokeback Mountain.
I forgot
Prisoners.
about that one, dude.
He was in Southpaw.
That's why he's your favorite actor.
Donnie Darko.
Oh yeah, Donnie Darko. Okay, all right, gotcha. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he's good.
He's a good actor, man. He was in this other movie too. It's on Netflix. It's called, I think, is it Dispatcher or some dude? It's like a crazy movie. He's at like his dispatcher desk. Trippy movie, crazy.
Let's check
It's
it
on
out.
Netflix though. But he's really good, man. The Guilty, that's what it's called. Crazy movie. It's on Netflix.
All right,
You got anything else?
that's it for my questions. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's see. I got a few here. Good ones. All right. What's the hardest part about coaching that people don't see?
I would say there's the constant demand. Like, it
Yep.
might not seem like a lot for you to message your coach at like 4 p.m. on Friday, like a simple question that probably could have waited until Monday or your check-in even. Think about how often we get that. It's like it almost feels like every time we're finally like closing the laptop and we're done,
Yep.
we got like four more messages waiting for us, whether it's like a DM or a text, even if it's just like a personal thing. Like there's always one more thing to do on the to-do list, perpetually. So I would say that's probably the hardest part about coaching, just the constant demand.
Yep. So it doesn't end. Um,
Yeah, and people have high expectations, and we deliver on those, which is they want to hear it from their coach within the 24 hours. And you know damn well we're not going the full 24 hours. If in the instance it does, we have something going on, or we are like peaking for athletes, or you know something crazy, right? But either way, we're getting back to you very, very timely.
yep.
So, but that's just part of customer success, really.
Yep. That's yeah. Yeah. With training, when would you intentionally reduce volume?
And near the end of prep, somebody's got their fatigue up, definitely, or potentially during a deload.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I would say like in prep when the quality, right? If they like starts to decline, right? If they're saying like, hey, my strength's gone down this X amount, hey, it's taking me, 4 days now as opposed to two to recover from X workout. Um, I'm not getting good like pumps or whatnot, or hey, my elbow's really hurting me. Maybe we have two push days, we reduce to one, or take like some of the pressing volume away. So there's so many different like variables, right, that go into this question, right? But mainly in contest prep, the later stages. Like if we got you doing two working sets, maybe it turns into one. Maybe if like there's a drop set in each day, that's gone. Things of that sort. Um, I would say on the flip side too, like that could apply if like somebody's blood work, they're mainly off season, say their inflammation sky high. Maybe they need to do less. Maybe it's as simple as, hey, we're not going to change your training all, but you need to take a week off. So there's so many different variables that could go into it. Maybe like somebody's sleeping like dog shit. And it's just like,
Right.
you don't need 5 days of training. Maybe we'll go to four and it helps. So there's so many different situational variables that go into that question.
Yeah.
What is the biggest misconception about drug use in bodybuilding, in your opinion?
Misconception.
I would say
Um,
that like steroids are just making people drop like fucking flies.
yeah.
I think it's trying to figure out how to word this right. Um, I don't think it's the steroids that are causing deaths. I think it's at times it could be people not paying attention to blood pressure and heart rate, getting too heavy, too high body fat, and drastically having to cut 50, 60, 70 pounds off, and then they go back up. And it's just a lot of stress for the heart to carry. You know what I mean? That's why it's important. right? In our opinions, that in your off season, you stay in a respectable composition so you don't have to drop 40, 50 pounds for prep. I would say 20 to 30 pounds is a respectable spot, in my opinion. Don't you think so? For prep
Yeah,
to have to
yeah.
lose. I think anything more than like 30 pounds, the max is like, hey, you're pushing that composition a little too aggressive,
Mhm.
towards too much body fat. So that's my opinion on what the biggest misconception about the drugs in bodybuilding are. But
Yeah, it's well said. I think another one that's pretty common on the flip side of that right now is that all these pro bodybuilders winning shows are running, 300 tests and 400 mass. And I'm sorry, that's not the case. A lot of these guys are downplaying their cycles. There is a lot more gear that goes into this than you would expect. But there, in my experience, once you build your physique to a certain point, I think you get diminishing returns on running more gear. Like I've been in periods prior to right now, and mind you, I'm pretty close to my weight cap at this point for classic, and I intend to compete in fall, and I do anticipate being like -2 the cap. Um, I've had periods previously where I was pushing more gear and getting less results than I am now. I'm running a more moderate amount, and I feel like my results are compounding probably just because I'm healthier, my receptors are fresher, all that good shit, right? Um, so yeah, just going back to the original point, I wouldn't like you could do a ton of progress, and I encourage you to stay on low doses, do the 300 tests, do the 400 mass cycles, right? Dip your toe into a little bit of growth hormone. Um, don't like, just don't take everything you're hearing on these fucking
yeah,
TikToks and shit for
yeah, I agree.
gospel.
Completely agree. Uh, so somebody asked me about Brandon, and it was like a peaking question. It just said,
Ooh.
your competitor, Brandon, how do you peak somebody with that much muscle? Does it require a different amount of food? And I thought this was funny because if anything, it's probably the complete opposite with him. It's probably the least amount of food of anybody I've ever peaked. And I know that's gonna fucking be like he's bullshitting, he's lying. I mean, Matt can testify. It is the God's honest truth. I don't peak that guy on a single carbohydrate. And I have like, if anybody ever didn't believe that, like I have all the notes. I've got everything. Matt knows. Matt's seen it. There's not a single carb. I think last week I cut Brandon's pre and post carbs, which was 145 grams of rice each of those meals. So what, about 80, 90 carbs. They were cut on Tuesday. So they were his only carbs for the last 2 weeks, which is for that much muscle, low carb, right? And he was on about 75 grams of fat. And I just started fat loading him on Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. I think Friday had 150 grams of fat. Thursday was about 110, and on Wednesday was about 90, 95. So it's literally all protein. He very moderate protein for him and just all fats. Um and
He's Bacon Boy, right?
Bacon Boy, that's what we got. If he turns pro universe, I'm gonna get him like a fucking shirt that says that.
Bacon Boy, good.
Dude, he went through so much bacon on Friday and Saturday morning. It was unbelievable. It's like,
That's amazing.
yeah, it's crazy. I was like, dude, how you feel? He's like, Steve, you got me eating bacon like 6 times today, bro. I feel great. He's like,
How
it's all chicken.
how much are you giving him? Like 30 grams a clip or something? Like what?
Yeah, I think like his normal meal was like either 85 to 100 grams of chicken or beef. It was like 40 to 60 grams of bacon
Nice.
and like another 10 to 12 grams of grass-fed butter
Bro,
and 150 grams of asparagus.
this guy's on the carnivore diet.
Yeah, and one thing I did learn with him that I intentionally tried a little bit more on Friday that I haven't in any of his other peaks was I actually was giving him water with every meal and in between. And it turned out he had about an extra 42 or 44 ounces of water on Friday. And I think it actually helped him dry out more. So I think
Huh.
I'm going to do the same thing. And you saw he was pretty dry.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same thing for Universe. I might just scale the water back instead of like 8 ounces with a meal. I might do like 4 to 6. And then between them, as the day goes on, instead of like 10 to 12, I might do like 6 to 8,
Yeah.
Because really, that
I've been having a lot of success keeping the water more consistent,
yeah, dude, for sure, it
as
works, man.
well. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely, and like
I'm doing like anywhere from 6 to 12 ounces with a meal,
yeah, yeah, it
even like the
works,
day,
man.
even on the day we're peaking Friday,
Yeah.
right?
And like those are that's just good for all the carbs that most people are going to
Yeah,
need, right? But like for him, it's obviously the water wasn't really in mind to help the carbs flush in. It was really just to help him keep pissing. And he told me he was pissing like never before a day out and in the
yeah,
morning, but like it helped. And it also helped, most people don't think like this, but of course, like you and I do, also helps move bowel.
yeah,
So like
yeah.
very important. Somebody could dry out, like, in my opinion, another 1-2%, like by just shitting in the morning of a show.
Yeah.
And like, dude, that 1-2% when you're like that is a lot.
Mhm.
So that's I mean, I most people probably wouldn't believe it how he's peaked, but that's the God's
Yeah, I've
honest.
seen it happen in person. So
It's the God's honest truth. And how that dude's physique changes in 5-6 days is like I've never seen anything like it. It like doesn't make sense, bro.
yeah, no, I know it's crazy.
It's like I know like obviously his body well enough at this point, like to know like where he needs to be at like a week out. And like it might look like another guy's like he might to some people look like he's like 4 weeks out, but like how he transitions into like those 5-6 days is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It's like complete like Johnny's even said he's like, dude, there's some times where like all this science bullshit goes completely out the window for some people, and he is that example.
Yeah, no, but this is the art of coaching. Like
It's awesome, dude.
you have your wits about you as a coach, and you like were able to identify like, yo, this guy can't do carbs. Like
No,
he can't. He just blows the fuck up. So what's my other option?
fats.
Protein or fat? Yeah, but obviously you're not going to jack his protein through the roof. So fats, boom, and you did it, and you roll with it, and it worked. But a lot of coaches would still be scared in peak week and be like, I got to give him some kind of carbs. He's gonna be flat, right? You're like, nah, it's full send, bacon boy, fucking grass fed butter.
Dude, it's
So,
crazy. It's crazy,
but
dude.
that's exactly the art of coaching. It's not a fucking science. You can't put it in an equation and get an answer out.
No,
There's no formula for it.
no, no. And that's what I mean. Like, there's all these podcasts and there's these top coaches.
We need to clip that. We need to clip that
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely. I will. Yeah. And like they're science based. And that's fine because a lot of bodybuilding is science, right? It is, of course.
Sure,
But
yeah.
like I was saying, like Johnny said, there's some times where all that science bullshit goes completely out the window because of genetics,
Yeah.
right? And genetics will trump science because everybody's so different. And like this is one of those instances where like the you just it goes out the window, because it's like forget what you think you knew. And like I've obviously refined the peaks as they've gone on. And like, I mean, this was the
Mhm.
best one by far. And like obviously I just need to duplicate this one more time. And if he does Chicago or Tampa, another. And but I mean I figured that guy's body out like that,
Mhm.
it's cool to see though, man. It's
Yeah, fucking A.
shit like this is so exciting.
Oh, it's the best part of coaching. It's so
It's
much
the
fun.
best part, man. It's so, and like I saw him last Sunday, like, and he was like, I think I'm a little behind, dude. I'm like, dude, first of all, you look better than you ever have at a 6 day out mark right now, dryness, conditioning wise. And I'm like, dude, you know how much you change in the next 6 days. And like, I remember Saturday morning, he was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. But like, he was like, I've never looked like this. Like, it's like, bro, it's
Awesome.
just the bacon, dude. uh, what is your guys' approach to water manipulation in peak week?
Good question.
I just talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, our strategies are more or less the same, but I don't really start water loading until 5 days out. And I'll usually take if somebody's drinking, let's call it 5 liters, I'll bump them to like seven. I'm usually doing plus 1.5 to 2 liters, depending on how much they're drinking. Just to get them flushing, right? I'll get them on a consistent measured amount of sodium per meal. I'll have, depending on their size and how much they normally salt their food, any signs of like dry mouth, even though they're drinking all this water, like that type of biofeedback, I might adjust their salt. Excuse me. In parallel to that, I implement electrolytes and magnesium in the morning, as well as herbal diuretic, the NutriBio herbal diuretic, serving of
Yeah.
that. It starts at 5 days out, and I'm basically going to keep that water consistent more than likely up until the day of the show, the day before the show. And that I'm gonna basically do like a good serving of water in the morning, and then it's
Yep.
likely going to be on a meal by meal basis, a little bit more front loaded in the morning, but you're gonna be checking in every 90 minutes at that point, and I'm gonna be prescribing the water. And typically that's still gonna be somewhere between 6 and 12 ounces per meal, with
Yep.
like also a little bit of coffee accounted for in that quantity. If you're a coffee drinker, and yeah, I mean, in terms of anything beyond that, I'll use a little bit of Diazide if it's warranted. Very small amounts. That's typically only the day before the show, potentially day of
Yep.
the show. Um, there might be instances where we have a flight a few days out that we're carb loading heavy that we might need to give an eighth just for a little insurance policy, because some people bloat, hold a lot of water on flights, shit like this. But, we're both very minimal in our diuretic use, but that at a high level is pretty much what the strategy looks like for us.
Yeah, I mean it's really nothing crazy. You should be in shape going into a peak week. Like, you should be ready to get like we should be able to put you on stage any single day of the peak week, in my opinion, right? Um, it's just that just tells me that you're ready. So, and you should also be ready to get your body should be in a point where us water loading somebody is getting you drier. It's forcing more urination, it's forcing more secretion, and like you're just secreting more fluid out, and like your skin is just getting tighter and tighter. That's when like you really know somebody's like ready to be peaked. They're just pissing like a fucking horse, dude. Like,
Yeah, this is one of those examples of where it's the art of bodybuilding defying science because a lot of instances, like for example, Austin, who just won the overall in bodybuilding, the junior nationals with me, I had him water loading on 7 liters of water. I fed him 650 carbs for 2 days. I fed him 550 the next day. And he woke up 3 pounds lighter than he was the day before because he was flushing so much fucking
and
fluid.
like that's when like
Um,
somebody's just ready to fucking go.
right, right. And then I blasted him with like 800 carbs the next day. But
Yep.
um, yeah, that's just an example of science going out the window. Thermodynamics is being disproven there. He's eating a shit ton more calories than his metabolic rate, but he's flushing fucking water and ripping through the food.
That's how you know, bro.
Yeah, that's like the best outcome in a peak week until it becomes a point where it's like, yo, can this guy handle any more fucking food in his stomach? That I was getting to that point with Austin. I didn't want to blow out his gut. That's why, I mean, maybe we'll cut this part of the podcast, but I don't want to give all the details. But realistically, I'm giving him a little super draw. Um, for a peak week, he started at 10 days out just to fill him up. Just to hold that fullness a little bit more. That way I don't have to blast them so hard
Right,
with
right,
the food. Because you always risk like potentially blowing their gut out, getting some type of GI issue or distension,
right.
or potentially spilling, right? Or holding a shit ton of water, right? Because if
Yep.
their body decides to fucking start holding on, because we're blasting them with 800,000 carbs, a day, which can happen. It can totally happen if it's the right guy with the right metabolism,
100%.
you know?
Yeah,
So
bro. I mean,
I
we
could
we
bring
do
him in a
that.
little
We
bit
do that
fuller
for
with the,
quite a few people.
say what?
We do that for quite a few people.
Yeah, him, like Seto's like that too.
David.
David, yeah.
Yeah, bro. If I gave Brandon that super jaw, he'd be up like fucking 24 pounds of muscle. Arms would grow 2 inches. Bro, the dumbest shit he's ever said to me when we were backstage. I'm like, yo, you're good, right? Like, I don't need to stand back here and pump you the fuck up. Right? I'm like, you're okay, right? He's like, yeah, yeah. Like, you want me to pump my arms up? And I'm looking at him like, dude, don't be a jerk off, bro. Like, come on. Don't be an asshole, bro. Like, come on, dude. Your arms are 23 fucking inches. Like, don't be an asshole.
It's so funny.
All right.
All right, let's get one more in. I'm fucking shot right now.
This is actually the last one I have. It was if you could give 5 tips to somebody just trying to get into the competitive world of bodybuilding, what would they be?
I will give you three. I would say hire a coach who knows what they're doing, right? Do your research, maybe talk to a couple of their clients, set up an inquiry call, come with thoughtful questions, um, and make a commitment to the right person, right? So follow, get a coach, follow the plan. Number two, train your balls off, train as hard as you can. And number three, just consistency over time is the most important thing here with the other variables.
Yeah, I would say hire a coach you trust, right? Do your research. Um, when you're trying to piece shit together from fucking TikTok and podcasts and YouTube and I don't know, it's just gonna lead to fucking just too much, right? Find a coach that has results that you trust. Talk to them, one that you get along with. I would also say a big one is don't go into this thinking you're just picking a show and prepping for it in 20 weeks. Spend more time improving, growing, being in a surplus with the coach than you think you're going to be dieting. You know what I mean? If you think your prep needs to be 20 weeks, spend 40 weeks growing, right? Just rule of thumb. Uh, Also, don't fucking pay attention to the scale as much as you probably think you will need. You know what I mean? Um, get with practice your posing for sure early. Like, don't fucking wait till you're 8 weeks out to do that. And honestly, just have fun. Like, too many people go into prep like knowing I'm eventually going to be hungry and miserable. It's like if you embrace that shitty part, I guarantee you're going to enjoy every day when that part comes of changing, and seeing the daily changes. So just embrace fucking if you don't want to be in this for the long haul, you're and you don't embrace the suck, you're not going to be in it for the long haul. Or if you want to be and you can't embrace that shitty part and that suck, you're not going to be in it for the long haul. That's
Hmm.
it just is what it, right? Am I wrong? Like,
Yeah.
so but yeah, that's all I had. Let me stop the recording. Appreciate everybody listening.